Oh, okay. God, it's so dark. Absurd.
You ready?
Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter Barber. I am a professional opera singer and music producer, and today we are back with one of my favorite artists to check out and analyze. This is Diana Ankudinova, and this is when she was 15 years old, singing the song called Human on this performative show that we've seen her on a number of times at this point. Always love analyzing her voice, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I will be pausing to talk about her vocal technique and vocal timbre and other stuff like that, as that's where my expertise lies. If you'd like to watch the video all the way straight through, I'll leave a link in the description below. And guys, if I enhance your Diana experience, please do consider joining my Patreon community for as little as $1 a month. And actually, now you can join for free if you want to kind of check it out and see what you're missing, and then $1 to start getting benefits. Without further ado, let's check out Diana Ankudinova singing Human. Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm foolish, or maybe I'm blind, thinking I could through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm blind.
Okay, so I did not think it was going to be this version of the song. This is Ragabone Man sang this song. Great song. Super, super popular. And this is actually a really cool song choice for her. And good grief, that vocal timbre right out of the gate. I mean, it really, when she sings, it really sounds like me as an operatic bass singer. So I have one of the, the lower, darker voices around. And it sounds like me when I'm really trying to make it dark and especially spacious there. And how I do that is I lower my larynx here, and then that increases space in the pharynx, which creates this warm, dark tone, which opera singers use almost all the time. She has that naturally. And it's not from pulling her tongue back to block the sound. It's not from doing the low laryngeal position. She just has that sound naturally. And it is the most amazing quality about her voice.
Maybe I'm foolish, or maybe I'm blind, thinking I could through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm blind.
Maybe I'm blind. That's me, like, creating a lot of space, and I'm singing that an octave lower than she is, and we have like the same vocal color. That is it's just wild. And she's 15 here. Crazy.
But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me.
Put your blame on me. I mean, it really sounds like, if anyone is familiar with audio engineering or music production, if you're not, I'll explain really quickly. If you just modulate a voice down, if you just pitch the voice down without accommodating for what's called formants, which kind of is representative of the shape of the vocal track and how the sound actually comes out of the voice. If you do that without accounting for those, it just gets really dark and woofy and very fake sounding. It just sounds like a modulated voice, and her voice sounds almost like that. Like, you look at her and the sound comes out and you're like, that's not real. And I know certainly on these shows, and I've seen comments in my analysis videos, is people saying that, it's not real, it's being modulated in real time. That would be a very odd thing to do, to make your voice sound almost fake in that way. We're not talking about auto-tuning or anything like that live. We're talking about the actual vocal color. It would be a very odd thing to edit in real time. So I think it's real. I think she just has an extremely unique voice.
He was behind, got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm blind. But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
I was wondering about the claps. I was like, because the claps were kind of offbeat a little bit. I was like, oh, that's actually the audience clapping. That's not part of the song. Very simple. Aside from her voice so far, it's just, you can see them right here. It's just a few instruments with a kick drum, and then the claps happening from the audience. It's a very organic sound.
Don't put your blame on me. Take a look in the mirror, and what do you see? Do you see the clear? Or are you deceived?
So she's ascending up through her chest range and then flips up for that high B flat. B flat 4, so it's tenor high B flat. I believe she can belt that high. I think I've heard her belt that high. It's about her limit because she has a low, her voice sits quite low naturally. But in this case, you know, we're still in the first couple of verses. We haven't even gotten to a big part of the song. So she's flipping to that lighter mechanism so as to basically not give too much energy away, right? You don't want to belt your head off too early in the song or it doesn't leave the song anywhere to go. So she's opting to, you know, use that vocal registration shift and flip up into that light head voice for those B flats.
Take a look in the mirror, and what do you see? Do you see the clear? Or are you deceived? And what you believe? 'Cause I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
I'm only human. So that's just up to F sharp 4. High F sharp for me. Obviously very comfortable for Diana. So that's just getting up into her belt range, right? She can stretch a bit further pretty easily before it starts to strain or anything like or get too yelly. It becomes a very yell-like quality when you get way up in your chest voice. This is still very comfortable for her up to that F sharp.
Don't put your blame on me. Now, some people got a real problem. Some people like to look. Some people think I'm so them. No heavens above.
I love that growl she put at the start of there. Just right on that F4, she kind of slide growls up into that F. And the audience responds to that. They're like, "Oh, that's a cool timbre." When you have already a low-lying dark voice also do a growl, it's a pretty cool sound. Where's the flute?
Don't put your blame on me. I'm only human.
I was like wondering where the flute was. I love the flute that's kind of duetting, right? It seems like Diana comes in strong with a line, then pulls apart, and then the flute really comes in and fills that empty space and kind of that the lead melody part of this song.
Put your blame on me. I'm only
Oh wait, too early or too late.
after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
So you know what? They're really kind of going at it at the same time. I take back what I said.
I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame
Yeah, it's like when she's doing her solo, the flute is also doing kind of an alternative solo.
after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. I'm only human. I make mistakes. I'm only human. They're all they take. Don't put your blame on me.
Even right there, you can feel her voice. The F sharp's super easy. When she gets up to this A flat / G sharp, the enharmonic there, that means it's the same note. It's just you call it something different depending on the key you're in. When she gets up to that A flat, you can tell her voice is really starting to stretch. So it's amazing how much just one whole step can make. You go from that G flat F sharp to that A flat G sharp, and that can feel like a very big step in a singer's range. And you can tell it is for Diana. That F sharp is like absolute cake. And then you can tell she gets up to that, she gets one whole step higher than that, and it starts to get into that yell-like quality very quickly. It's really amazing how the voice works.
I'm only human. I make mistakes.
Make So listen to that note. You can tell it requires a lot more effort. Not only is she putting more effort into that note for, emotional text, song reasons, whatever, you can tell it actually is more of a strain on her voice.
I'm only human, I make mistakes. I'm only human, the road it takes. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
Get up to that B flat again.
Blame on me.
Nice flip.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
I absolutely love she's using these. She's almost like kind of intentionally using vocal cracks, a little bit like yodeling. Hey-yo, hey-yo, hey-yo. Where on the start of a note, she'll actually kind of flip into her head voice for a second and then come back down to her pure chest voice. It's kind of like that, of course, artistically used in this case. Doesn't sound clumsy like my example just there.
Don't put your blame on me. Hey yo, 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 hey yo.
Nice. So not a super high belt, right? So just that F4 again, that high F for me, for her. You wouldn't call it high or low, really. Really nice vibrato, right? Support, support, support. She gets herself into a nice position for that high F, and then just sustains it with just very natural, easy sine wave like vibrato. A sine wave, Mason, maybe you can throw a graphic up, is just a tone with a perfectly periodic oscillation. Just a very consistent oscillation up and down. So that's what you want whenever you utilize vibrato in your singing. And we get a nice example of that from Deanna here on that high F. Sine wave like vibrato. Take that one with you as you go forward.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Right? Just so clean and easy. God, it's so dark. Absurd.
I'm no prophet, I'm Messiah. Should go looking somewhere high. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me.
It all sounds low because her voice is so dark, right? Even those high flats sound low. And what I've noticed is the more she gets into that, upper chest, middle to upper chest voice belting, that's the more that dark timbre really comes out. The first one I ever saw of her, which is my most popular video on my personal YouTube channel. I've been in a number of videos now, which is very cool that have millions and millions of views, music videos. But my most popular analysis video is of her Can't Stop Falling in Love. It has like 850,000 views. I'll leave a link for it here. And I'll never forget that first moment hearing her when she, because the whole first few minutes of the song is like, yeah, okay, she's got a dark voice, she's got a low voice, cool, sounds good, right? Like, but what's the real hype about? And then she goes into that belt section in the end, and my brain just exploded. I was like, this is the craziest, dark, unique voice I've ever heard. And it wasn't until she got into that big, chest belt-like quality that you really noticed it. Like, really noticed it. You could hear it before, but it didn't fully express itself, is a better way to put it. So we really get that here as well. It's just amazing.
After all, don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. I'm only human, I make mistakes. I'm only human, the road it takes. Don't put your blame on me. put your blame on me.
And another really nice sustained vibrato in that head voice registration there. Just sustaining it on and on and on. And if you have good vocal fold closure, you can really sustain a pitch for a long time. It's only when your voice gets breathy where you have to take a lot of breaths. It's funny. The biggest, most powerful sounds, because they're so efficient, they're the ones you sustain the longest. It's like a huge power belt, you know, or for an opera singer hitting a big high note. Those are the notes you can just make last forever, which is counterintuitive. You'd think the bigger, louder notes would take more air, but it's actually less air coming through the vocal folds. Very cool. Let's listen to that and then watch how this video ends.
Put your blame on me.
In the serious face. Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Ankudinova.
Ankudinova. Diana Ankudinova. Gotta remember that. Yeah, she's phenomenal. Phenomenal. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you learned something about her voice. Hope you appreciate her voice now, how it's unique and what makes it so unique. If I enhanced your Diana experience, please consider joining my Patreon community. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to hear my music, I just put out an album a couple months ago, probably when this releases, called Metamorphosis. That is also in the description. It's doing very well on streaming services. I'm so proud of that music. And guys, I'll see you in the next one. Leave any recommendations below and take care. Peace.